Hello and welcome to Jaxx Vane Studio Live number 11. And we're live 3 times a week on Twitch. And today, what's the plan for today? The plan for today is to have an initial physics for the rudder. Until now, I've been completely cheating when it comes to rudders. All I was doing was adding a constant force behind the boat to have the boat rotate as I wanted, which is not really what we want in this kind of game. Then I will try to do something to control the trim of the boat, so potentially be able to slow down, accelerate, which is something that could be useful eventually for starting. Then I will implement the gamepad look around, which is something that I wanted to do last time and I couldn't finish it. And if we still have time, I can try to start the support for full screen anti-alias. So when I do things like screenshot, then the game in general will look a little bit better. So let's just get on with it. Of course, all this code eventually will disappear and all this data will end up in the configuration file for the boat. So the one that boat data, there you go. Right now we only have the CG translation. Eventually we will have the mass, the foils location and size, and the what kind of lookup table for the foils they're using and so on. The position for the camera, all those things that people that have done some modding in Assetto Corsa will be familiar the way I approach these kind of problems. So the other foil is going to be exactly the same. The only difference is that is on the other side. As usually, I forgot what's positive X and what's negative X. But we don't care. Yellows are for the sails and red is for the foils. That should be enough to start seeing where these foils are, and so we can adjust 1 second the position. So let's see if, yeah, so we can see where the foils are. We are way the fuck back, so we need to move them. It wasn't the last. There you go, that's more like it. All right, it's close enough for me. I can live with this. Can go on and start by making this thing do something. Right. So we set this, and that means that we should be able now to see the foils, the rudders rotate underwater. When I turn my L, let's say. Of course, not the graphical, the physical. There you go, okay. Okay, so are they turning in the right direction? No. No. Yes, they are. Yes, they are, because I'm turning right. So this is doing that. So it means that it's creating a force like that. It is the behind the boat, and the boat is turning that way. So, okay. As usual, this 20 degrees guy here is going to be a parameter in our boat data eventually. So all the people that, if they're going to be modding in this, but I was supposed to, so I mean, why wouldn't I put mod into this? Of course, I would put the possibility to mod. All right, literally, all there is to it, it's literally exactly like the code of the wing underwater. So I don't know if it makes sense to have it separate. So what we should see now is that when we are stopped, we have this magic force over here. So I can turn the boat even if we're stopped, and at a certain point, that at a certain speed, that magic force should disappear, and we should, yeah, so that's gone. So now it's just the rudders And they are, uh, I don't see any force coming because I'm not even calling step foil, you idiot. Should work. All right, let's try again. Let's put ourselves in an advantageous position so we can see, so we move. And I can already see the foils doing a lot of force. I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm seeing something super weird. No. 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 So, what are we doing wrong here? Follow. Right. Let's see if we're looking at, because at least the foil should try to keep the boat straight. That looks better. We can see that this is correct. I mean, I'm not touching, but the foil is working and is correct because the sail is creating a force on the boat. Look how fast this shit is. Right. So I can already see that it's not that fast at rotating, but we're going slow, so it's okay. Super slow. So the question is, why so slow? It's completely dead. Oh, we stopped. All right. Better. We cheat when rotated boat, then up to a certain speed, the cheat force goes away, bang, it's gone. So now we are going with the physics of the rudder. And let's see if now they have enough authority to turn this boat. No. No, not really. I wonder if because reducing the damp is just leaving the poor rudders to... We're still missing the foils in front. And obviously they must have a role to play. Actually, it should be pretty easy for me to add a couple of foils in front just to see what happens. It should be very easy to test it. Sort of did it. Sort of did it. So is there a difference between turning left and turning right? That's the fake force turning me now. It's not really doing it. Yeah, you're right. Right now there is no front sail, and you could be absolutely right in saying that that's the reason why it behaves like this. Now, see, this is something. This looks to me like there is a bug here. Because it looks like it's got no problems at all turning right. She's pretty happy to turn right. She doesn't like to turn left. Doing 9 knots. Turn left. Should I be more gentle? Come on, turn. No. Let me try one last time to see if actually it's true that I can turn right more easily than turning left. It's also doing different speeds. If I go 30 degrees, all right, let's see what speed we can do. 7.8. Less than that, 7.6. And if I yeah, it's definitely behaving differently left and right, which cannot be correct. Well, it looks like the asymmetry is gone, which is good news. You wanted to see the vectors. They look like pointing either up or on the side, which is fine. It's fine. There is no vector pointing forward, so I think it's fine. This one is weird. There is one pointing down. Very, very difficult, of course, to know if they're pointing down or up. Maybe I should put a gradient to, or even better, I should put like an application point, so we can see the application point and where the vector is going. Because that's my feeling. My feeling is that we're missing those foils in the front. It's like we're going in a sailboat without a keel and only with a rudder. So there is no real counterforce to the sail on the top. So that's my theory. That's what I think is happening. Let's say I'm happy. Let's say I'm happy like this, and let's see what happens to our boat. Oh, straight away is way more directional and stable. Difficult language. Plus, I don't really interact with people that, but holy cow, look at this. Ha. I think we might have our winner here. It was basically the foils in front missing. There are threefold based on Nakasen compared to, I mean, while the angle of attack is very from factor. Give me the data. Give me the data, man. Just give me. Just give me a. Here we go. So CL. Oh, we're not even. We're using a CL of 2. And this guy is suggesting a CL of 0.4. We are not even close to what we want to do here for the direction of the boat, which might be more correct. What the fuck is going on here? 15, 16, 17, 18. That can't be right. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, that can't be right. That cannot be right. That can never be right. That we don't have the we don't have the viscous to slow us down, which is fine, but oh shit. But why is that viscous force wrong? Why is the viscous force wrong? Why is different left and right? How we are calculating this thing? This debugger is not really telling me anything. One thing that I can do is, if I want to see this properly, I should do this. So let's try this. Let's try it. Should be able, hopefully I can see why it's different from left to right. So let's go. I imagine this stuff to point back as we move, right? It's pointing mostly on the side, which is not what I expect. I mean, if I have a triangle and I have a velocity, yeah, of course it will go on the side, right? If I have a triangle on the bottom with a normal going down like this, and the velocity is like this, it's going to come out like that. So it's not really what it is, right? There was, could it be also the end project on plane? I had this project vector to plane. Is it what we really want? So we want to project this Vn to the normal, right? That's what we want. Ha! Gran forma, insomma. We can see straight away that the boat is slower, and we can see that now the damn viscous force are going in the right direction. Yes. That's exactly what we want. Now the question is, can we do the same? We're going super slow now. Can we do the same speed left and right? So let's see. It's amazing how, you know, this is so typical that something that I thought will literally take me 10 minutes, 20 minutes, and that's how exactly how it looked. It's just a wing underwater. You know, here we are 1 hour and a half later fighting. All right, that's 7 knots on this side at, no, let me do it properly. Let me go at 30 degrees. Boat is super easy, very directional now with the foils in front. All right, so what are we doing? 6-8, 6-8. Let's go on the other side. 6-8. I forgot what I was doing. 6-9. But I remember it was 6 something. Let's go on the other side. 6-8 before, okay. So we are not on a different planet, which is promising. Let me see if I can do 6-9 on this side. All right, so it looks to me like we are in a situation where it sort of works. We're reasonably slow right now, so I wouldn't expect this thing to rotate that fast. Okay, so I think we're good. So let's say that we're so good that I'm committing this. What's next? Sail trim control. Okay. Hopefully this is easy, right? So what is the idea? The idea is that right now, good. So what I want to do now, I have 2 options. One option is to use my trigger. So I press my trigger as sort of like an accelerator, and that will trim the wing, and the boat will go. That also means that when I'm playing, I will have to keep this pressed all the time, which could not be what we want. Trim. So Let's see if it works. All right, so I turn, nothing happens. That this speed that we see is just the additional force, right? And then I press this and off we go. That's cool. This is almost like, you know, like the sail trimming guy pulling it, right? If I turn a little bit here, you see what is happening. I think you can, if you're not in the mic, I think you can see what it's doing basically. And we are accelerating. And if I put it down, yeah. Okay, so the question is, do I want to spend all my race with this trigger down? Right, okay, so let me say that for now we can be reasonably happy, because I really want to do this gamepad look around. I think that's it. Why it is unlikely that will be a Linux port? Because I'm not a Linux user. Uh-oh, something is wrong here. It's rotating. I need to add some. All right, so okay, I need to add some some dead zone. I need to add dead zone, but it works. So okay. That's good. That's good. So we're here, we're not moving. We're moving very slow. Right, trim the sail, bang, and off we go. And now I wonder if I really want up and down, or if we should just limit to left and right. I think I can just leave this to the user, right? Bang, and then we go the other side. Let's go. The part is that if I want to move slow, I can still move slow. The other thing that I would really like in this game is to not to have, you know, the usual indication from above of the wind. Oh shit, see, it's so easy to lose. You know, I would like to have a more visual representation of the wind. We were talking about this last time. It's like, yeah, computers can be very precise in giving me what is my angle to the wind. I would like the game to be more visual, although in real life you even feel the wind, so it makes sense to have something helping in that. I'm still wondering if the best strategy is to yank the rudder on a side, or try to get the right angle of attack. But it feels good. It feels good to have no artificial force going on here. That's pretty much how this game will be played. Right? Yeah. Although, yeah, we were talking about this thing last stream, and they do have instruments that will tell them pretty precisely where the wind is, what is the angle. So that indication that we are, because when I added it, I was wondering, is this something that we should have? This is how basically this game will be played. It's like you look where you want to go, learn to judge, and then you turn. I like to do a simulation, right? This is something that has been bothering me for a while. You know, from a certain point, of course, I want to do a simulation, but I really want to make sure that this thing is interesting and deep to play. If it becomes a matter of, if the games turns into a let's try to keep that number up there, the angle with the wind, to whatever number I know that the boat is going to be faster. Of course, in sailing, there is a lot of other stuff. There is the ability to read the wind and the you know, where the wind is based on the water and so on. Actually, yesterday I bought like 3 or 4 books on Amazon about this stuff, try to understand really how they think. So it could be that the answer is who cares, or it could be stuff that can be added or removed from a game, from a race, and the server can decide, all right, we're going to race and you can't have this indication. So to leave basically the freedom of the game to be whatever the user wants to be. This. Okay, so let me see where we are, because it looks to me like I'm too late and too tired to approach should I go for it? Let me have a look. Let me have a look to what I really want to do this multi-sample. Right, let's see. Will multi-sample anti-aliasing affect transparencies? Because I was thinking how transparency could be improved to remove artifacts. It will affect how the alpha to coverage transparency works, and we can see it straight away. Let me see if the resize work. Okay, resize work. We can see it straight away with the net. You see, it's a different effect. Now we have anti-aliasing and we have some pixels that are transparent. Actually, it looks to me like it's doing the, I don't know how to pronounce, dithering. And I think there is a something in DirectX to tell how to handle this, right? And in theory, if I turn off the what is it in game? If I turn off the multi-sample, that transparency in the net will be different. Yep. Oh shit! Why? Fuck. So with AA samples at 1. It doesn't work anymore. Why? Why there is no Rust job out there? I think everybody's trying to figure out, including me, if the amount of time that it takes to train engineers to work on Rust and the amount of time that it takes to actually develop with Rust day by day is worth or not. $1287.20. Why? Is it really? Because I'm an idiot, as usual. The answer is always the same. The answer is always the same. It's always because I'm an idiot. Right. Also, I heard about the game studio Jaxx Vane, something where they use Rust. Maybe that will be iron sometimes. I hope so. Yeah, there you go. Now it's working. So we can check that the transparency here is like this with basically multi-sample off. And if multi-sample is 4, it will be like this. Not really sure which one looks better. Yeah, but it's definitely semi-transparent, right? And with multi-sample at 16, it will have even more levels of anti-aliasing. Boom, 16, doesn't work. 8. Eight works. Oh, but it fucks up the depth buffer is fucked up. Why the depth buffer is fucked up? Why the depth buffer is fucked up at 8? Was it fucked up at 4 as well? And we didn't see it. I don't think so. Yes. Yeah. Fucked up. What? Cool. Will you run? Yep. And our depth buffer is back with us. So we have nice smooth things, and this is how it looks. We're 4. Let's put it back at. So you confirm the 16 doesn't work for whatever reason. Zigzag through the marks. So return. Boat is not really going. Trim the sail. Off we go. Start to turn. Switch side. Yeah. Bambino, it's time to eat, I know. Come on, boat. Accelerate. No. No. Yeah. I think can you hear Kunos? All right. You cannot hear Kunos. All right. Yeah. I know. I like how when you switch sides, it will reset the view. I think it's a good feature. I didn't plan it, but I think it's a good feature. What is JS? JavaScript? Of course it's not JavaScript. Still very slow, but yeah, I think we got the idea. Everything is working. So thank you very much for watching until now. Next stream is going to be Wednesday, in theory at 6 p.m. But I might come online earlier than that because I really would like to capture the moment, the very first moment where the boats start to race on the foils, because that's, for me, is going to be a super exciting moment, and I really want a video recording on that. So for all of you guys watching on YouTube, you can come on Twitch and watch this live as it's happening. And as usual, you can follow there, subscribe there. You can follow me on YouTube and share on social media. And I will see you next time on Wednesday afternoon. Bye-bye.